Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. Today, I want to speak generally, and I want to refer to my black would-be leaders within the black community. All of you are quite aware of the shaft that the black community is experiencing, and many of you would like to take a leadership role in delivering them from this complexity. And I, for one, have wanted to do likewise, and I think I might have gone to as many extremes as you have. I mean, I have sought the office of mayor of several cities, governor of a state, senator for the United States, from state of Minnesota, and actually tried to be president of the United States a couple of times. And the reason is because, in my mind, I have the solutions to our problems. However, trying to articulate that message to the masses was unable to be successful for, and we live in a society that requires money to do anything. And I couldn't get support to get out of the door. And so the nation has suffered because of this. So I'm sure you run into the same problem, and that was just a part of my problem. However, it qualifies me to state my opinion in regards to why blacks have such a rough time in leading the black community. And the main reason is because our approach is wrong. We see the problem and we expect to mention it to the public and for them to embrace it right away and fall in line and let us take them to where we want to go. But blacks have gone through so much, and other people as well, to they're a little lacking in the trust of people who say we can take you someplace. Definitely on the national scene, we know our Congress and our presidency and all of the forces together barely able to keep the nation above suffocating the waters of life. And so they are a little untrustworthy. And this is where we fail. We all think that our leadership is better than the next person. And the next person see things a little bit different, and so on and so forth. And so we as would-be leadership can't come together, and the people just like the straws in the wind. But there is a way that I'd like to leave with you if you want to be a leader. Find some cause amongst the problems that you can commit your heart and soul to. Find something that you can commit your life to and give your life to make it better for yourself, first of all. And whatever you do for yourself, make sure it's a springing board to do something for somebody else. You see, your main energy comes from doing it for yourself. But the residual benefit is that the nation profits from it. The difference here is that you don't need the public to back you. You don't need the public to support you. You got right on your side. You got truth on your side. That's all you need. And if you go forward on those principles alone, I guarantee you, you don't have to worry about leading people. They will come over there and get with you. So to all my black brothers and sisters who would be leaders, find something that is a part of the problem that others experience that means something more than life to you, and you commit yourself to that. Commit yourself to that for your own benefit. And the residual is that it benefits others too. Now, if you're just doing it for your benefit and your benefit alone is no good. It has to be something that benefits you. Say if you don't have a house and you're going to make sure you get a house because you deserve one. But make sure the action that you take doesn't just stop with you, but it slides on down to the race, the human race. Okay? And you don't have to worry about that anymore. But there are a couple other things that I wanted to speak to you about. You know, oftentimes you watch television and you'll hear liberals speaking and you know how they attack conservatives, and sometimes you'll hear conservatives speaking and you know how they attack liberals. But sometimes when I listen to conservatives speak, they speak about liberals as though it's a nasty word, as though it's an evil word, contaminated with poison, and something that they almost indicate that they hate. And one of the things that they hate about it most is that they figure that the liberals are taking their money. They always say, conservatives and Republicans always saying, they are spending our money. Our money. And that kind of, perturbs me sometimes. I'm thinking about, what do you mean, our money? First of all, we set up and say we got a system of dealing with money, the making of money and how it is operated through the Federal Reserve, and how crooked it is, how illegal it is, and how it's set up to rob the nation, not just this nation, but all nations. Set up to do that. And then there are conservatives saying, our money. Does that mean that they are in partnership with the robbery of the world? So much so that they don't mind cutting back on unemployment. People who don't have jobs have no assistance whatsoever. That they want to cut back on Social Security, cut it out if they can. Restrict the amount of health care that people can get who don't have money. What is their solution? What is their solution? So let's say the liberals are responsible for the state of affairs in the world today. Let's just say they are. What do the conservative Republicans, or whatever conservatives they might come under, what do they have to offer except more poverty, except more crime, except more violence, except concentration camps? To implement that kind of stuff that they talk about, to think that they're going to withhold from the human race the kinds of things that they're talking about, and the rest of the human race is going to sit back and take it, they must be out of their minds. There's no way that's going to happen unless their efforts supports what we have heard about the Illuminati, except unless their efforts support what we have heard about the New World Order, separation between them that got and them that don't, and them that don't just have to take whatever stick